Good morning, everyone. Jeff Garland here at a beautiful regional Dubbo today for day 15 of my Triple Zero Trauma Tour, where I'm talking about post-traumatic stress in the emergency services and sharing my experiences about how I was able to fully recover from the condition. And today I wanted to take some time out, a bit different to all the motivational stuff that I've been talking about recently and for a while. It's about the importance of owning your own. Life gets busy sometimes and we get tied up with everyone else's routines and what their expectations are, and we don't really take the time to just focus on us and what we've been through and what we've done and what we've achieved. I know a couple of months ago I had a conversation with a very good friend of mine, Nikki Glover, who basically asked about me, what I achieved in my life, and I just rattled them off like they were nothing to me, and she really made me take time and be aware of the stuff that I've been through in my life and the things that I'd achieved, and to actually acknowledge the fact of how far I've come and what I've gone through. And it's really hard when we get caught up in life, when we are so busy working and doing things we have to do and trying to get through our daily routines and habits, that we don't take that time to appreciate who we are, where we've come from and where we're going. So today I just want to take some time out just to actually encourage you to take some time out and focus on you, to focus on the stuff that you want to achieve in your life and focus on what's important to you, whether it's time by yourself, whether it's time with family and friends, whether it's time to go away and look after your health or focus on a relationship, and also time to focus on the things that you've already achieved in your life from where you've come through. Like I've been through a lot of my life, as you all know, in terms of going through the police and recovering from post-traumatic stress and writing a book and breaking world records and getting my law degree and now being out here on the tour. Like for me, I've been so busy in terms of the tour and focusing on the tour and trying to work out, make sure everything works and focusing on the presentation, make sure I give a good presentation, that I haven't really, I'm thoroughly enjoying the experience being out here, travelling around 19 locations. Actually, I'm doing 20 talks now. I've just added an extra talk down at Goulburn next Wednesday night, so I'm doing morning and night time at Goulburn. But it's hard when you're focusing on something to take the time out to realise how much you've achieved. And just taking the time this morning, I did an interview on ABC Radio. I've got another one shortly before I go to Dubbo PCYC for my talk today. And it's probably the first time in a while I've had a chance to actually stop and just really appreciate what I've done, what's happened and what's happened over the last few weeks and what it's meant to me, because I've been so busy focusing on the presentation, hoping people would turn up and trying to project that it's going to be positive outcome. I haven't really taken the time to realise what a massive thing it is for me. I've been talking about doing this for the last 3 years, and now I'm out here doing it, and just talking about it makes me get a bit emotional, because the fact that this is something I've always wanted to do in my life, and now I'm out here doing it. And it hasn't been easy, it's been hard, and every day I go to the presentations not knowing if anyone's going to turn up, but I project the fact that they are and that they're going to be successful events, and I've had some very good feedback about it. But it's important that I take the time, and we all take the time to acknowledge that, yes, we are going through a lot in our lives, and if we are busy, to acknowledge what we've achieved. And for me, this is the last couple of weeks. This is day 15. I've got another week to go. This time next week I'll actually be home and get to see my girls, which I'm very excited about. But last 15 days I've travelled thousands of kilometres. I've spoken to lots of people. I've spoken lots of times and for a lot of hours and things, and travelled a lot. And it's really been empowering for me, and it's certainly helped me grow as a person and the things I want to achieve. And to be able to do that, to actually say that I'm out there living my purpose and doing what I want to do is really, it really means the world to me. It really means a lot, because the fact that means that I'm being true to myself, I'm being true to my destiny. I'm not worrying about what anybody else says. I'm focusing on what I have to do, what I have to achieve to be the person that I want to become. And it's hard to stop and take that time. But I'll just spin this camera around for a little bit. This is beautiful Dubbo. All these beautiful Becaranda trees, I call them. Being where you are. It's important to take the time to appreciate where you are and look around, because sometimes we're so busy trying to achieve things, we just walk straight past. We don't appreciate the beauty that's around us. We don't appreciate someone's smile or a flower or the sounds around us, because people out there can't see these things, can't hear these things. So it's important that we take the time to appreciate it when we can, and acknowledge the fact of how much you've achieved in life, because it's not about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's not about what you get once you do it. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying the experience as you go along. It's about acknowledging the fact that, yes, you're going to learn, that you're going to have struggles, but still being able to use those to your advantage and to improve on them on the next occasion. So it's important that you take that time out to acknowledge who you are, own your own awesomeness, own your own purpose, to acknowledge the fact that you are where you are because of what you've done, and that you have gone through things in your life, and the fact is you're still going, and to acknowledge those achievements. They may not be massive massive achievements, but they're still things that you've achieved. It's important that you take that time out to acknowledge those achievements that you've had, and to celebrate them. Now, there may be small victories, like the fact that I got to Dubbo is a small victory. The fact that I'm doing this tour, all these little things I'm doing along the way in order to get me to where I've got to. It's important to celebrate them, because if you don't celebrate them, then you don't enjoy this experience. You don't become fulfilled. It's important that you take the time out to celebrate yourself, to celebrate where you are, to celebrate what you've achieved, to acknowledge how far you've come in life, despite what you've gone through, to celebrate and be grateful for where you are in your life and the things that you've achieved. Because if you don't do that, no one else is going to do it for you. We sometimes think that it's other people who makes us feel a certain way. If someone says thank you, then you think it's them making you feel that way, but it's your choice to feel that way. They can say thank you to you, and you can react any way you want to. So you're choosing the emotion that you want to feel in that moment. So it's important to take the time out, to stop, to look around, to breathe, to relax, to reassess, to do what's most important to you, and to acknowledge the fact of how far you've come, acknowledge the journey that you're on, and if it's not on the right path, then to change paths and change that direction. It's important to celebrate what you've achieved. It's important to know where you're going, and to focus on that, and have faith in that what you are going to do and what you want to do is going to happen. It's important that you look after yourself, because you spend 24/7 with yourself. It's important that you get on with yourself, that you acknowledge yourself, that you love yourself, that you believe in what you're doing, and that you celebrate everything that you've gone through. So for me, today is about just taking time out to acknowledge the fact how far I've come, especially the last couple of weeks. Many people have told me the fact that I've changed so much in the last few weeks, because I'm so excited about life. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm living my purpose. I'm sharing my experiences, and it's important that we acknowledge those changes in ourselves, no matter how minor they are. I'm so excited about life. I'm just happy. I've met some wonderful people, group of people, of friends who are supportive of me, and I know the direction I'm heading in my life. I know what I've got to do in my life. I have such certainty and such confidence in myself that it's unbelievable. It's sickening sometimes, the amount of confidence and certainty that I have in myself is because of the fact that I made a decision to do whatever it takes in order to achieve the results that I want. It's important to celebrate who you are and where you're going. So I know life gets busy. My inspiration for you is to take some time out today to just acknowledge where you are, acknowledge the things that you've gone through to get to where you are, to own your own awesomeness, whatever it is. I celebrate your achievements, celebrate who you are, where you are, and focus on what you need to do in order to become that person that you want to do, because it's important that we take that time out to celebrate who we are. So very excited about today. I'm at Dubbo today. I'm at Bathurst PCYC tomorrow, then get to go home and see my daughter for her 11th birthday tomorrow. Very excited to go home and see her. And then I've got Wagga Albury and 2 talks in Goulburn next week. So my tour's almost over, but my journey's just begun. It's important that we realise that we have to take the first few steps in order to achieve the results we want, but you've got to have that passion, and you've got to enjoy the journey along the way. It's not about getting the destination or achieving the result or achieving the goal. It's about becoming the person you have to be in order to achieve the results that you want. And you've got to have whatever support you need, do whatever you do, and just celebrate life and enjoy life, okay? Don't get any of your life to be happy. You don't have to have an achievement to be happy. You've got to enjoy the journey along the way. You've got to feel the emotions along the way. You don't have to get something in order to feel those emotions. So have a fantastic day, guys. I'm very excited about being out here and doing this. I'm going to be very overwhelmed the next few days because of the fact that my tour's coming to an end. I'm going to miss it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to organise my next one. I've already started organising my ones for next year. I'm that excited about it. So I'm very excited. I'll definitely keep you in contact with you about what I'm doing. But please, have a great day. Take some time out for yourself today. Celebrate who you are. You're all wonderful, amazing people. I really appreciate your support and encouragement in allowing me to do what I do, because, yes, I'm doing this, but without your support, it makes it so much harder, because the fact that I'm doing this by myself. I know I've got some help from some people, but me being out on tour by myself, it becomes lonely, but you tend to assess and look at things in a different way. But I know that I've got your support. I know that you guys are behind me. I know that you believe in me and what I'm doing, so that makes a massive difference. So please show me love, show me help. If you have any questions, send me some comments and I'll respond to you. But please just celebrate who you are. Have a fantastic day, and no matter how, live consciously, have faith, and never ever give up. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.